the fuck fell on my shirt?
I do.
That's suspicious.
I'm gonna.
I thought it was this for a while. Lord.
I wonder what it was.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host once more, Zogdilla.
And I am Squeeze.
Hey Squeeze. So today we're going to be doing something really different. We're going to be just hanging out, having a drink, and talking about Euphoria. So both season 1 and season 2, which is coming out in just a few days on Sunday.
Yes.
So that's in about 3 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the trailer for season 1 of Euphoria, because for me it's been several months. For Squeeze it's been like a couple years, I think, right?
Yeah.
Since you saw season 1.
Yeah.
So we forgot what's going on. We can't even remember. Even I can't remember, even though I watched it fairly recently. So we're gonna do that really quick, and then we're gonna come right back and talk about what we remember and what we thought of season 1.
Yep.
2 hours later.
All right, so we're back. We just finished watching season 1 trailer of Euphoria. I know it's been 2 years, and I know that, a lot of us have forgotten a lot of the most important events in Euphoria. So I think we're going to discuss season 1 for a bit, and then we're going to go back and watch trailer season 2.
Bruh.
So then we're going to go back and watch season 2 trailer of Euphoria and also discuss that and tell everyone what we think and what we expect of season 2. So you want to start with something? What does season 1 trailer bring back for you, at least?
So much, way more than I expected.
Right.
I think the story is very vague with the trailer, which I think is great, because that way you can't necessarily go and watch the trailer and say, oh yeah, I remember every single detail, every single plot line. But I think also something that really stood out is how beautiful the show is. Like, oh my God. It's so colorful, it's so bright, the cinematography, the contrast, the color correction, like the acting, the hair, like everything. And it reminded me of why I feel like this is one of the best things I've ever watched. Like it's that's not even the best movie, the best TV show. Like, it's just a piece of art.
I
feel
agree.
like. And it's so good.
I think the casting is also perfect. I mean, if we, take a look at, and we can leave aside Rue and Jules, because obviously they're perfect for the roles, but everyone else in the show was casted just to perfection. I mean, I think we enjoy seeing every single one of the characters in the show, and there may be some, we may have favorites, of course, but yeah, I think they're all great.
Yeah, who are some of your favorites? I haven't thought about that.
I haven't either, honestly, but I really like the girl. So is it Cassie? It's one of the. Is it Cassie?
La gordita?
No.
Okay, which one? What is she? La rubia?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pretty sure it's Cassie.
Is it Cassie? I think it's Cassie.
I think so.
I feel like she's so. I think her character is very intriguing. I mean, I know that she's really a big part of the story, but it's also like it's not really just focused on her. So obviously, but yeah, let me look at some other characters, because honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, well, while you do that, I really like Kat. I think she's probably the most like personable, I guess. Like, she has the most personality.
Yeah.
And I love her art, because she goes from being like, literally in the show they talk about how she goes from being this like Tumblr famous
Right.
blogger, and then she like comes out of her shell and starts doing this, like, what is it, Pornhub or XTube or whatever.
It's like OnlyFans.
And like that's so cool to see the transition.
Right.
Because her personality is just like bubbly, and
Yeah.
it made me fall in love with that actress as well. I think her name is Barbie Ferreira.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like a plus size model, and
Yeah.
she's just cool. It's
Yeah.
good. It's a great character.
Yeah. The other person, or your least favorite character, how about that?
Least favorite, honestly, the one you like the most.
Cassie?
Yeah, like, I love
Okay.
that actress. I really do. I think she's beautiful. She's also in Handmaid's Tale. She was in The
That's
White Lotus
right.
recently.
Mm-hmm.
She was in The White Lotus. So she's an amazing actress, but I feel like her role just doesn't. She's just like really just that dumb blonde, honestly, because she like has a crush on the football player.
Right.
This is full spoilers, by the way, you guys. If you haven't watched season 1 of
Right.
Euphoria, like, you're wrong for doing that, but definitely don't watch this. But yeah, so she like goes has a crush on the football player, and she's like slutty, and he's like, "Oh my God, like I know about your history." And what else does she do? Um, like that's I don't remember her having like anything redeeming other than I guess she broke free from that
The relationship.
like her past and the relationship. Even though the
Right.
relationship wasn't necessarily abusive, it was just kind
Right.
of like her being embarrassed of who she was and coping with that.
I mean,
So
I think one of the biggest things why I like her is because I mean she is the popular girl in school, and you know she has that history or that sexual history that circulates around, and that causes I think or can leave a big imprint on someone's life because
totally.
you know it's you know you're in high school and all these things that you don't want people to know come out of the blue, and I feel like she hasn't we haven't really seen it hasn't been her time to shine just yet. We may see that in season 2 and I'm hopeful for that. But I actually kind of do feel that her character has a lot of potential for character development.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
So
mean,
I think that's what's really attractive for me.
yeah, totally. And I think she was also definitely one of the minor characters, but you're right, like that story is pretty unique. I've
Right.
never seen a show explore, being the popular slutty girl
Right,
and how
right,
you deal with that.
right.
But I think she was also like in a higher grade, right? Like she was because I think the others are what, like freshmen or sophomores? Something like that. Because I know her sister was Rue's best friend, so they're the same age,
So
they're in the
yeah,
same grade.
yeah.
So I think Cassie is either like freshman or high school. So anyway.
And I think also
Um
because of the all the things going on at the show on in the show at the same time,
yeah.
I think that her character becomes so minor, even though it isn't. I mean, I think everyone has their own. Everyone has their own importance in the show, but I think her character becomes so minor just because of everything that's going on around and everyone else's character developing so fast that we kind of just sideline her. So yeah, I think that's
And I
the
think it's
my appeal.
also, yeah, it's a credit to the show that even the minor characters are just like fascinating.
Right,
Even though she was like my least favorite, she was still like really
right,
interesting,
right.
and her story is really cool. Now the show does like in terms of villains or like bad guys,
Hmm.
there are for sure two, right? The dad and the son. I forget his name.
Cal is a
Um,
dad,
Cal's a dad,
and Nate
and
is.
yes, right, Nate.
Is
Which of those did you like the least?
I don't like
This is
Nate.
gonna be
I
terrible.
don't like
You
Nate.
like Nate?
No, I don't
Okay.
like Nate. I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I think I don't like Dad either. Honestly, they're
Right.
POSs, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like them.
And I mean, I think that's definitely part of the goal. And I was just thinking, like, this show doesn't really have like heroes or villains. It's really just kind of following the what is it? The life, I suppose, of these characters. But I was thinking, like, what is going to happen next? I suppose, like, Nate is still around, right?
Yes.
And Dad is like still around as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I
So
think at the end of season 1, we're kind of close to, or Nate is kind of close to finding out that Dad is sleeping with Jules. No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
So I guess that's something that I hope that they go into. I mean, I don't really want to, but they've left it hanging. So
Right.
I want to see what happens there because they've implied that Nate knows about his dad
Right.
and what Dad has been doing with other boys. But they never really said, and they're also implying that he might be like. It's very vague whether or not he is attracted to Jules or not. They
Nate.
never make that clear. Nate, yeah.
Right, because do you feel like Jules is attracted to Nate? Because I'm also I also have a huge like confusion there.
Yeah. Did you watch the specials, the two
No, I
specials?
did not. Oh, that means I have to
Oh,
watch that.
okay, so there's a Jewel special and a Rue special. In the Jewel special, they explore a little more about how she is not necessarily her relationship with Nate, but about how she feels towards men in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool episode. Like it's very artsy, and it kind of leaves you with like just one of those things that you watch, and at the very end, you're like, what did I just watch?
Right.
Because that's that kind of episode. But I feel like it just made it seem like Nate doesn't know either. Like she does, like it kind of seems like she is over Nate because she's over that type of person who just wants to like use her in a way, who just sees her as a thing to be obtained and used.
Right.
So the episode gets into that. So that makes me think that maybe we won't see that much of this coming episode or
Okay.
this coming season.
Okay.
But if we do, I think it'll be from that dynamic where even if he wants her, she doesn't want him.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we know how that goes. This is obviously a drama show. So she'll probably change her mind.
Right. Something. I mean, we never know, but.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I know that this is one of the favorites that we have ever watched, but what would you rate Euphoria on 1 to 10? Season 1.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Oh man. A 9.
Okay.
A 9. I enjoyed it. Like you said, the cinematography, the cast, the costumes, just the lighting, everything is just gorgeous. I mean, you really are, for me it was like an experience, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
I never thought that I would enjoy it so much, and I actually really loved it. So
yeah, it's really, really good. For me, after watching it twice and knowing that I could go back and watch it a third time and enjoy it just as much or even more, it has to be a 10 because I loved it even more the second time, and I feel like it's just one of those things that I can just kind of like. It's kind of cheesy, but like they're just some movies like Mean Girls that are just like have a huge cultural impact, and people will always talk about them and reference them and always watch it. That's how I feel about Euphoria, even though they're not the same type of thing. But they're both.
I mean, times change though. That's the thing though. Times change. Mean Girls was the movie in that time, so Euphoria could totally turn into that.
Yeah.
Without us even, yeah, right.
Cool. All right, so so that we don't keep this video going for an hour, we're gonna go ahead and all right, so now we're gonna watch the season 2 trailer, so that we can kind of see what's gonna happen, what we expect, and we will be right back.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
All right, everyone. So we just finished watching the season 2 trailer for Euphoria. That looks intense.
Very
intense.
Very.
I guess so. I was wondering where they were going to take it because they spent a large chunk of season 1 kind of introducing the characters, giving us their backgrounds, and it was really fun that they did that. But now that that's kind of out of the way, it's interesting to kind of see where they're going, and so it sounds like they actually do have a lot of story that they're gonna get into, and it doesn't seem like much of it will be at school because it looks like they might be doing kind of their own thing outside of school. I don't know. I'm excited, and I think just it is pretty vague.
Right.
The music didn't seem to stand out as much to me this time. I know the music
really
in season 1 was just amazing because it's Labyrinth. I wonder if they brought him back. I hope they. I think he was nominated.
Actually, I really like the music.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
It seemed like the same song to me.
But
I would not be surprised if Zendaya took the Emmy again.
I wouldn't either.
She did win for season 1.
Right.
Zendaya's
having a hell of a year. Well, last year was a hell of a year for Zendaya.
Hell of a career, really.
I mean, but again, she deserves it. We are Zendaya. What are those people that like stands? Yeah, Zendaya stands. We're gonna start a Zendaya fan club. So if you want to join,
I mean, she's been so good. I was gonna actually mention that. Before Euphoria, I hadn't really watched her in anything because she had a small role. She was MJ in Peter Parker in Spider-Man,
right?
But her role wasn't that big there, and she was just kind of this like stoner-looking high schooler. But then with this show, that's when I was like, okay, this girl is more than just a little stoner girl on a Spider-Man movie. Because I never watched her stuff on Disney.
I feel like Zendaya is having like the Kristen Stewart kind of breakout, where no one noticed Kristen Stewart during the Twilight days, and now Kristen Stewart is. Let me make something clear, and this is not a Kristen Stewart video, but I have always been a fan of Kristen Stewart, and I always knew that she was gonna make it big.
Like a lot of our videos always have this little X where it's like Kristen Stewart.
So Kristen Stewart, if you ever see this video, call me.
Well, I feel like I don't know. Anyway, point is Euphoria. Right. I mean, Zendaya is amazing in Euphoria,
Yeah.
and she's amazing in the new Spider-Man, and she's amazing in Dune.
Yes.
So she will continue to be doing.
Right, I forgot about Dune. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dune. She was great in that too.
Oh yeah.
And she had a small role in that too. So it's like there's.
Is it a small role though?
It's a very important role, but she didn't have a lot of screen time.
That's true.
It's a major role.
Wait, she was in what?
She was in some Disney Channel show that I've never watched.
You're right.
So she grew up in the spotlight. Like a lot of people have literally known her since they were like 7 or 8 or 12. Like a lot of people have been following her for a long time. I never did. Never really knew about it. And she has like a song or two out there. She was a singer.
Mm-hmm. I would want to see season 2 explore Jules and Rue's love a little more, honestly. Because I feel like season 1 was more platonic than anything, so
yeah, I guess so.
I would like to see that.
I did notice that there like Rue has a new guy who seems to also be a drug addict.
Rue hasn't even what? You cut off.
A new love interest, it looked like.
Oh yeah.
The guy in whatever room she was in, so that'll be interesting. And it also seems like she still has feelings for Rue, which I think will be the main.
Wait, do you think that Jules has feelings for Rue? Because I was still not convinced at the end of season 1.
Jules, yes, but not. It's like yes and no, I suppose.
Right.
It's like yes, but she's not ready for that relationship right.
Right.
She's ready to go like do her own thing first, and then yeah, just one of those things.
Right.
We all know how that goes. Load.
Right, we do.
So yeah, so it doesn't surprise me to see that Rue has a new love interest, and
Right.
it kind of seems. So here's my prediction. It seems like Jules is out doing her own thing, partying, hooking up, being free, and Rue is still attached to her drugs, and she's still a drug addict. She encounters this guy who is her new love interest, and this guy is obviously very bad for her because he's also an addict, and he gets her into like selling drugs, I guess, because she has that suitcase she's hauling around everywhere.
Right.
And people are going to get involved with that somehow. And I don't know what the other girls are. They're dancing. I don't know what they're doing. And who knows what Nate's doing.
This is probably the time to cut this video off because we don't know anymore what we're gonna say.
Yeah, we're excited. I'm ready. I'm really ready.
I'm really excited. So our plan is to talk about every episode after it airs. So stay tuned for that. We would love to do that, honestly, because we both really like the show, so we would love to do that. I think we would have a really nice conversation. Videos won't be too long, hopefully. So yeah. Any closing remarks?
So tune back in. What's up?
Any closing remarks?
Yeah. So just tune back in this Sunday. What's today? Hang on. I'm gonna give you the right time and the. I think the show premieres at 10 p.m. on Sundays, and Sunday is the 9th.
Yes.
Right. So tune back in this Sunday. Hang on. Yeah, so tune back in Sunday the 9th. We're gonna be doing kind of like we're not sure if we're gonna do a live reaction or just a reaction in general, but definitely stay tuned for a video on Sunday. Probably I guess like Sunday midnight-ish, or
right.
Monday morning. But yeah, so we'll see you guys then. We are excited. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you again for watching. Let us know if you would like to see more of this. If you wouldn't, actually no.
And if you don't want to, it's too bad because we're going to make them because we're excited about it.
That's right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.